For Kurukakalan, I had taken almost 1.5 cup of suran or yam or in chena, which we call in Malayalam, and raw bananas, kachakela. And I'm going to cook this with half teaspoon of pepper powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, haldi powder, and half teaspoon of salt, and with 2 cups of water. We don't want this to be overcooked. We don't want this to be become mushy. The pieces should be separate. While our yam and the banana is getting cooked, we are going to put 3/4 cup of grated coconut, freshly grated coconut, and I'm going to put 2 green chilies into this and half teaspoon jeera. I'm going to make a very fine paste with this, with very less water put. Let's check our vegetables and see. They are getting cooked, but they are still not ready. I think a couple of minutes and they will be ready. The yam is cooked. The bananas are also cooked. Let's boil it for 1 minute more, then we'll add our curd. Our vegetables are nicely done. They all are well done. They are not become very soft and mixed with each other. They all are separate pieces. And little water is still left. That's okay because we are making Kurkukalan, but like by the time it gets cold, it will become more thicker. We don't want very loose, we don't want very thick also. So now, this is the time I'm going to add 1 cup of curd which was beaten and kept. And remember, when we are putting the curd, we are going to continuously mix it. Keep mixing it continuously, otherwise the curd will get curdle more and we'll have kalan will not look the same as what we want. We want this gravy to be quite thick, so we'll keep stirring it till it becomes thick. Our vegetables took 13 to 14 minutes to get cooked the way we want it. Our curd has become quite thick, and this is the time we are going to add our ground coconut. We keep the flame low now because we don't want this to be boiling so much. We added our coconut and the flame is very low. I suggest we will not boil it once the coconut is added. Just the boil start coming from, few bubbles start coming from the curry, then we'll put this off. We are making Kurkukalan because it's by the name suggests it's very thick. The gravy has to be very thick. And once it becomes little colder, this will become more thicker. So we will not be adding any more water to this. And this is the time we are going to add little few curry leaves in this, mix it and close the gas, put off the flame and leave it. And we can check our salt this time. If you are making kalan, only kalan, we can add little more. It can be little more liquidy, but in this we are not adding any more water. So we'll check the salt and keep it, and then we'll do the tempering. I am putting 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. We'll wait for that to get spluttered. Our urad dal has come to a golden brown and the mustard started spluttering. So now we'll put 2 red chilies, whole red chilies, broken into 2 pieces, and put it and let this get fried. Yes, and we are going to leave our curry leaves. Our tempering is done. We'll put up the flame now and pour it over our Kurkukalan now. So let's put the tempering on top of this. Wow, it is looking fantastic. Yes, Our kalan is ready. And so it is ready for the Onam Sadhya. Kurukku kalan or our katti kalan is ready. And this tastes better on the next day. You can keep it in the fridge and serve it next day. It tastes fantastic. And it is one of the unavoidable dish in the Onam Sadhya. Any Onam Sadhya, any Kerala wedding feast, wedding Sadhya, this has to be there. And like I said, this is, since it is called Kurukku Kalan, we made it quite thick. Kurukku Kalan, or some part of Kerala, it is called Katti Kalan. Like I said earlier, the name suggests that it's a very thick curry. So let's enjoy this along with other dishes of Onam Sadhya. Happy Onam to you all. Till I come with another very interesting and very authentic traditional Kerala dish for the Onam Sadhya. Take very good care of yourself and stay fit. See you. Bye bye.